Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for June 2024. Spirit, let's see what's going on for Aries this month. So I've taken a little sabbatical. I had to do a little self-care, but I'm back on track and ready to give you my best once again. So we're going to do an overview with some tarot and oracle, and then we'll do a deep dive with a Celtic cross. So first part of the reading now, we're looking at an overview for the month. Your underlying energy is the Empress in reverse. Why is that, Aries? Empress in reverse, it's like things not taking root, things not taking hold, things not growing, things not moving, right? It feels like a really stagnant energy. That's what I'm feeling. That's the underlying energy. So we're going to see what this is about. When we look at your energy coming into the month, we have the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Swords, and this kind of ties into that stagnant energy. The Four of Swords is a card of rest, right? It's rest, rejuvenation. It's a baby hermit card, right? So it's taking the time to do what you need to do, self-care, rest, repair, all of that kind of stuff, which is a good thing. But because the underlying energy is stagnancy, maybe you've been sitting here too long. Maybe you've been sitting here too long. So partly why I say that is because when we look at the card that talks about your energy throughout the month of June, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is telling me two things. It's telling me that things are going to keep moving no matter what. So you should probably just get up and start moving, okay? Or you're finally ready. You're going to get moving. I think there's a possibility that you're feeling this, innately you know that you need to get moving on whatever this is in general, right? Take it to suit your situation. But it's something that really has to move. It's something that really, you have to buy into it. You have to put your energy into it. And I'm not talking about physical, that's part of it too, but your emotional energy, right? You have to buy into this. You have to be ready to take action. And Aries, you guys are the action takers of the entire zodiac. You are the ones, I have a sister, my sister Laura's an Aries, and I call her the Energizer Bunny because she is go, go, go. You can't stop this girl. That is Aries. You're ready to go. You're passionate. You're fiery. So something has tampered that fire. Okay, we're going to see how we're going to get this back, Aries. When we look at the potential outcome, where this is headed by the end of the month, we have, well, the card is Awakening. So it's Judgment card, but it's in the reverse. The Judgment card is a call to action. It's like getting clarity. It's, the light bulb goes on. Oh, this is what I need to do, right? But it's also a card of reconciliation. And I think this is where you are. This is where you're going to be by the end of the month. It's all going to depend on what kind of action or inaction happens with you. Now, if it's the reconciliation, it could be that you finally started moving forward and taking strides to break that stagnant energy. So the reconciliation is looking back on June and going, okay, how did June go? Let's take stock of what's happened, okay? And if you haven't, then by the end of the month, if you're still sitting in this Four of Swords energy, stagnant, shitty energy, right? With that Empress in reverse, you're going to need to take stock anyway. That call to action has to happen. And I think it has to happen within. It's not like usually when it's a call to action, it's spirit. You're guided by spirit, or you get a message, or you have a dream, or get some kind of a vision, right? That's very much the call to action that I see with the Judgment card. But with you, this time, this is inside. And I mean, the divine is inside you anyway. You are the divine. We all are. But I think you see where I'm going with this. This card wanted to come out, so we're taking it. Okay. So yeah, so my point is, no matter what, you're the one who has to be the spark. You're the one who has to have the idea. You're the one who's going, your call to action is going to come not out of meditating and listening to your gut and message from spirit and all that stuff. It's going to come from taking stock of what you've done and figuring out what you want to do. I'm going to go back to this Four of Swords because swords are about intellect. It's the mind. It's planning, right? It's not very often in a reading that I'm going to say something like, you know what, never mind your gut feeling, don't meditate, don't talk to spirit. Like, I almost never say that. Right now is what you need. This is what I'm feeling. So let's look at the card that came out under the Four of Swords. We have delight. It says, I delight in everything in my world and divine joy fills me. It's gratitude. That's what you need. Okay, this isn't taking root. It's not growing. Look around and see what is growing around you. Because think about, you're standing in the forest and you're staring at a dead tree and the branches are all dead and there's no leaves and you're like, oh, this forest sucks because it's dead. No, go like this. There's live trees right beside it. Look down. There's moss and mushrooms, and over here there's flowers and there's rabbits and there's deer and there's birds, right? It's not seeing the forest for the trees. Pun intended. You see what I'm saying? This is a gratitude thing. Once you flip that script and you look around to see what else is possible, this may get that wheel of life going. It's called the Wheel of Life in this deck, Wheel of Fortune. Speaking of the Wheel of Fortune, the card that came out under that, what do we have? Originality. Blaze your own path. Yeah, you can. Of course you can. You're Aries. What did I just talk about? Your sign, right? Blaze your own trail. Sorry, that's what it says. I thought it said path because I don't have my glasses on. Anyway, blaze your own trail. This is something I think this wasn't taking hold because you weren't buying into it, because it did not resonate with your soul. If this thing, and almost anything, doesn't light your soul on fire, you're not going to get as much out of it as you should. You see? And under our Judgment card, we have Vesta. And the buzzword is home, because Vesta is the goddess of the home, the house, place, home, whatever. Home and hearth. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. That should explain what's going on right there. Something around the home. You need to move. You want to move. You want someone to move out. You know, the mother-in-law is living with you and you're like, when is she getting the hell out of here? Because it's putting a strain on my life, and that's why it's reverse stagnant energy. It's coming from your mother-in-law. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pick on mother-in-laws, but it's kind of funny. I had an awesome mother-in-law. My ex's mom, oh, she was so sweet. She was so sweet. Just this cutest little thing ever. So, oh, I didn't want that. These cards just fell out as I was getting ready to do the Celtic Cross. This means something. And I was talking about my mother-in-law being so sweet. Hermit in reverse. Get up and go. What did I just say about that? The Four of Swords. Queen of Cups. Emotionally invested. Oh my God, what did I just talk about? Four of Cups in reverse. Not being grateful. Holy shit. There's your confirmation. I didn't even have to do the Celtic Cross. That was it. That's your confirmation right there. The 3 cards that just fell out in a pile. Oh my God. I love tarot so much. I'm nerding out right now, but anyway, let's get on with the Celtic Cross. I'm all over the place, sort of, aren't I? Aries, stick with me. I'm telling you, it all comes together. Listen, if you're new, you're watching me and you're going like, what the fuck is this broad doing? Honestly, welcome to the machine. And yeah, seriously, it all comes together. Just wait. You'll like it. Trust me on this one. Okay, now we're moving into the second part of the reading. So now we're doing the deep dive. We're going to look at more about the situation, where it's all coming from, and where it's headed. Okay, so what's our underlying energy? I can't see that. Ace of Swords in reverse. It's the Ace of Truth. You got to cut through the bullshit. You got to get real with yourself. Unabashedly. Like, without hesitation. You do you, boo. Seriously. And Aries, I know normally I don't have to tell you this, but I think because this is something about the home life, you're treading lightly. You're treading lightly where normally you might just go through like a bull in a china shop. You're holding back here. Because I think if you charge forward like the battering ram that you can be, it's not going to go well. It is just not. So you've pulled back so much that you've like shrunk back into your shell, which is so not Aries, but I mean, it depends on what else is in your chart and stuff, right? But anyway, we're going to look at this more. Oh, okay. I'm sort of kind of looking at the cards. Spoiler alert, I'm looking. I see and you don't. Haha. No, just kidding. All right. So you, right now, in the center of the reading, you are strength. Strength, courage, determination, tenacity, whatever. Tenacity, normally that's you, but right now it's more strength of composure and courage and dignity and pride. And it's holding your head up and going, I'm not going to lose my shit. I'm not going to lose my shit, right? Queen of Cups upright. I'm not going to lose my shit. So this is you. That's your mantra, okay? Your mantra for June. I'm not going to lose my shit. Bet you haven't had that mantra before. Bet no spiritual gurus told you that one, have they? No, not going to lose my shit. Keep saying it because this is going to get you far. Now, when we take a look at the overall energy, we have the Seven of Swords. It's planning, it's strategy, it's figuring this out, and it's cutting away anything that is untrue. This is from family, friends, whoever's involved, and yourself, right? Have you been telling yourself little white lies to make everything okay? Not anymore. You have to figure out how to get past this. But the cool thing, the thing I love about this is, what is your focus right now? What's in your thought, your feelings and emotions around this, right? 10 of Pentacles, everyone being prosperous, everyone being happy, everyone being cohesive, everyone getting what they want, right? Not to the detriment of others. That's what I see this 10 of Pentacles being. I'm looking, it just happened to be sitting right on the card that the one of originality where it says blaze your own trail. You can blaze your own trail, but everyone needs to blaze their own trail. Think about that. Chew on that for a moment. Now we're going to take a look at where this all came from. Like what is going on, right? Where did this all come from? What's the root of all this stuff going on and the stagnancy? 7 of Pentacles. It's waiting for something. It's watching something grow and going, okay, is it ready? Is this going to work? Is this going to blossom? The Empress in reverse says, no, it's stagnant, right? And you know that you're watching and you're watching and you're waiting and you're getting impatient, right? 7 of Pentacles can very much be a card of patience because it tests your patience, right? Think about when you plant a seed and plant a flower, right? So you put the seed in the ground, you water it. The next day you look out, is there anything? No. Like, you have to be patient, right? And then the shoot comes up, a couple days later and you're like, oh my God, is it ready? It's like, no, stop, right? Give it like 2 or 3 weeks. Go water it and make sure it's got the sun and whatever, right? Put some fertilizer, but don't do it without expectation because you know the flower is going to bloom. It's going to come, but the plant needs its time. It's almost like trying to rush it, okay? So you're watching and waiting and it's like, oh, why? Why is this stagnant? And this is when you pull back, right? This is that 4 of Swords, why you've pulled back. When we look at the recent past, we have the 5 of Wands, conflict. This is conflict. It's looking at stuff. Why isn't this working? It's trying to figure stuff out. And it's not taking root. It's not flowing the way it should, right? Now we're going to take a look at the card that is the bridge between where you are now and where you're headed, okay? And the bridge is 7 of Cups. I don't mind this card, actually. The bridge is what's going to take you from where you are to get to where you really want to be, or what the future holds. 7 of Cups is saying you have choices, okay? You have choices. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I know, a gross analogy, but there's more than one way of copying and pasting in Microsoft, right? Like, you can Control C, you can Shift, what is it? Shift? So, I don't remember. I just used to press the button. You know what I mean? There's more than one way to do these things. So if something isn't feeling quite right, still look for something else. Look for another possibility, right? Look for something else. I'll just touch on this 4 of Cups a little bit where I said, it's not being grateful. We're not practicing that gratitude. Look around at the things that you think could help this blossom and flourish, right? Like if you're one-track mind and narrow-minded, not good. Change your perspective and see what happens. Then now we're going to take a look at where this is headed. Okay, so where we're going to go with this, with the potential outcome by the end of June. I'm going to take a drink quickly. All my talking makes me thirsty. So first we're looking at what's going to help you in this situation. Superpowers, luck, good stuff, whatever you want to call it. Nine of Swords in reverse. It's getting rid of worry, doubt, anxiety, stress, fear. It's like, nope, you go, fuck it, I'm done. I'm taking my Ace of Swords, I'm cutting that shit out. I'm done with that. Yeah, that's right. And that's why the Strength card has showed up as you. The strength, you need the strength to stop with the worry and the anxiety and the nonsense, right? I know that's not always easy. That's why the Strength card is here. That's why your Ace of Swords is here. This is all here to help you. These are the tools to help you get past what you need to get past. Then when we take a look at some roadblocks or obstacles, right? Stuff that might come up, we have the Fool in reverse. And the Fool is normally an awesome card. I love it, but it's in the reverse. The Fool talks about new beginnings, new starts, or whatever. Because this is in a detrimental position in the reverse, this is saying, you know what? Two things. This is twofold. One, don't think that you have to scrap everything and start over. Don't think that you have to leave all this behind and walk onto a new path. It's not necessary. Okay? But remember that maybe you altogether, 10 of Pentacles, can find a new way forward. Don't be opposed to that. Don't be opposed to other ideas. Don't be opposed to other people's opinions and what they want. Okay? Because it may not 100% jive with you, but you need to remain open-minded to possibilities. Then when we look at something you don't see, something unknown, a little surprise that might come up. Knight of Cups, but it's in the reverse. And Knight of Cups is usually really sweet energy, and it's like all happy and let's go do this kind of stuff. This is a reversal of that, which means it's like, I'm really not feeling it. I don't know about this. But also because it's Knight of Cups in reverse, here's what I'm going to say. Upright, it's like Lance romance and he's all sweet and blah, blah, blah. Reverse, he could be a bit of a player. So surprisingly, because this is a bit of a surprise, someone in this situation is probably going to show a side of themselves that maybe is a bit unpleasant, where you would have seen them as that kind, caring, romantic, beautiful gestures kind of person. They turn around and they're catty. And where they would normally want to do things for you and get things going, they're lazy and they're just not efforting. They're not doing what they need to do. They're not holding up their end of the bargain, right? And I mean, the person isn't evil or anything, but you're just seeing a new side of them where you're like, what the hell is going on? Because they also are not feeling this. 10 of Pentacles, everyone's happy. They want to say, they want to be heard. They want to be seen. They want to count, right? So I think this will be a surprise though, because of who it is. You're going to be like, what is with them? Like, what is with you? What is your problem? And then they're like, well, you don't listen to me. You know, whatever, right? Kind of stuff. But like I said, it's going to be a surprise because it's someone you don't expect to act the way they're acting. Then when we look at the potential outcome, we have the Moon in reverse. Is it all going to be clarified? Is it all going to come together? Not by the end of June. And I also think probably from this Knight of Cups, something is going to come out that you didn't expect as well. They're going to bring something to the table that is like, where did that come from kind of thing, like a WTF moment. I don't think it's bad, but I'm going to pull you another card just to see where this is headed, because I'm curious about that. Where is this going? 3 of Swords in reverse, which I love. Where this is heading once you move into July is if there's any it feels like, when things come to a head, everything bubbles up and then it's a bit of a burst. I'm surprised there isn't like a tower card here. But the Three of Swords is, this may be a little bit painful to work through, but once you're past it, then the heartache stops. And that's why when you stop with ditching, or start with ditching the anxiety and worry and fear and stuff, that's when things start moving. Okay. I'm feeling all right about this, but it's going to be a test. It's going to be a test of your patience. It's going to take time. It's going to take your strength, your courage, your composure, all of that stuff. You stick with it. Stick with it, Aries, because you will get there. I think another reason why this Four of Swords in the first part of the reading was speaking of like that pulling back of your energy and just not doing anything. I think you're afraid of being explosive because you know that fire and that passion you have can sometimes burn out of control or burn others. So I think that's why you're holding back, because you don't want to do that to someone. And that is a lovely way of treating other people by not mistreating them. You see what I mean? Because you're not like that, right? You're just so passionate about having everybody happy and healthy and getting what they want, and everything's tickety-boo. You want that for everyone. It's not a greedy thing that you just want everything for yourself. Sometimes you get in that mind frame though, because it is about you, right? First side in the zodiac, it's about me, I. But you see that everyone else can benefit from things too. It's finding that balance. I'm surprised we don't have like a Temperance or two of Pentacles here, but I'm speaking those into existence, so it doesn't matter. All right, now I'm pulling you a couple of Whispering Woods cards. Oh, whoa. What do we got? We got 3. Okay, so the first one, I gotta get my glasses for these ones. It's tiny writing. Okay, the first card is the Knight, and it says, find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. If you're a night owl, yeah, take some time in the evening after the sun goes down, even if you're not a night owl. Sun goes down, everything's quiet. I think dusk would be really nice. To sit, grab yourself a tea or a coffee after supper when the sun's going down, even a glass of wine or a beer or whatever. Sit outside and just like chill and sit in the silence and think about the situation and see if a solution comes. Because it's talking about the night. It's under the cover of the night, under the light of the moon. You may find an answer. The next card is Uncertainty, and it says, the shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. It will happen. It's coming. But how are you going to approach it, right? It's all about that. And the last card is Hope. An idea like a single acorn can start a wondrous forest. And it's so interesting. I gave like forest analogies about looking at the dead tree, whatever, right? So this is so true. Have hope that these things are going to take root. This is going to happen. But Aries, it's about how you play your cards, right? So be mindful of that. Collaborate with everybody else and see if you can get y'all to that 10 of Pentacles. All right, we're going to leave it there. So Aries, thank you for watching. I would love for you to like, comment, share, subscribe. All that stuff helps the channel. And I wish you so much luck this month. I hope it all goes well and heads in an awesome and healing direction. So we're going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.